Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. Welcome back. My name is Lau and you are Budget Busting with Lau today. What we are going to be doing today is budgeting my paycheck. On my channel we also do some money saving challenges. Today we're actually going to be starting our 100 envelope challenge, and then we're also going to be doing some kind of information as far as little items that I find that are amazing for the budget, that do well around the home, but also do well in making sure that all of my budgets and my items here are kept meticulously in order. It's one of the little habits that I have. Um, as you've known from my last channel, we do two different sets on these. I do the budgets for my paycheck, which is bi-weekly, and then we also do my 21-year-old son. His is weekly. His is a part-time job. He is high functioning autistic, so he works maybe 2 days to 4 days a week, so his paychecks tend to be a little bit less. We are a family of 8 for me and my husband combined. He has 3 children and I have 3 children. So budgeting is a very important thing in our household. We have to make sure that we're paying attention to all of our pennies and our change or whatnot, just to make sure that we're getting by, especially with the way that things are going nowadays with the inflations. I mean, good Lord, 60 eggs at the store now are $30. Like, what is going on? So definitely budgeting is a very, very important part of our household. Also, for those that don't know, my husband is a real estate agent, so his paychecks aren't as regular as mine. So budgeting is a very, very important thing to make sure that our household is running smoothly. So today we are going to be doing my paycheck. We have already set aside, just so you guys are aware, I have already set aside and left in my bank part of my rent. I divide the rent up into 2 payments, so part of the rent's already in there. My credit card is already in there, and then my car payment is already in there. We will be setting aside a little bit of money for my car today, but it's really just because my tags are coming up due in May. So I just want to make sure and be ahead of it. I'm not really sure what they're going to be. My car isn't ridiculously new. She's actually quite a bit older. So I don't think it's going to be too much, but I definitely want to make sure that I have enough put in there so it's not a surprise. So we're going to go ahead and count out. Now, I think I missed saying this at the beginning, but it is January 12th, 2023. It is our first paycheck of the year. And really the idea is just to see where we're at. Hopefully this makes a difference, keeps me a little bit more accountable because I'm recording it. There's evidence, so I have to make sure that I'm on point. So that's what we're working on right now. Let's go ahead. First things first, let's go ahead and count the money and make sure that we're there. There should be $987. Yes, $987 total. Also, I don't have a money holder yet. Again, this is the very first year that I'm starting to record this. So I definitely, if you ladies and gentlemen see anything out there that you think would be good, my space isn't very, very big, obviously, but because we're just starting out. But if you guys happen to see anything that would work well, I am all ears. Hit me up, send me a message, throw me a bone, let me know what's going on, okay? So let's go ahead and start. We're going to start with our 20s. So it's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84. So we have 400 in 20s, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Sorry, I'm neurotic about them going the same way. Ooh, I lost my count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 300, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 400. So let's make sure we get these guys in order. Sorry, I have my kids and my doggies, and they are all very happy and excited to be around today. So there's quite some noise in my neighborhood. It's about 3 o'clock, so a lot of kids are just getting out of school, so you're hearing some of the noise in the background or whatnot. I do apologize. So we have 400 here, we have 400 here, so that's 800. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So that puts us at 900. I'm going to squish it over a little bit here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. So that puts us at 980, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. Ooh, that one has had a better life. Good gracious. Can only imagine the places that dollar bill has been. So, we have our money. We're good to go. Okay, so like I said, I already have my car, my rent, and my credit cards put in the bank account. That's completely separate. So, that will automatically come out. It will be one last thing that I have to see coming out of my accounts. So this one here is, no, not the one we want. This one here is the one we want, and this is our regular bills. The other one is more of our wants, not so much our needs. Let me go ahead and open this up. Oh, by the way, this little guy, both of these little guys actually, I got them both at Amazon. They were less than $14 for both of them. I got them Amazon Prime. They got here very, very quickly. I was super, super excited. I believe this one, the one that has the little gold trim on it and stuff, this one actually came with the decals that I was able to put on my envelopes, which I absolutely love. There were, I'm just gonna take them all out. I hope you guys don't mind. They were kind of cute. They weren't really exactly what I needed, I guess I'd say, only because there were certain items like eating out or whatnot. Those decals weren't on there, but I can't really complain again, because I got them for less than $14, which for me is a huge, huge deal, being able to save money, and it's still useful. It's something that I can still use on a regular basis. The other one, this guy right here, the one that doesn't have any trimming or anything on him, he actually arrived with envelopes, of course. They both arrived with envelopes inside of them, but this one also showed up with these decals on it, where I can just write what it is that I needed. I'm slightly neurotic, so I had to have them all this certain way styled on it, or else it wasn't gonna work in my head. I know that's kind of weird. I'm a little out there. But if I can find decals that will work for everything, if you guys happen to see, or I know quite a few that make videos have some that you do on Etsy, I would be more than happy to look at them, see if it's a good fit, so I can swap these little guys out. But that's where I'm at right now. So what we're gonna do is go down the list exactly. I think I have it set up for the items that I absolutely need rather than want, which need obviously is always going to be bigger than want. Let's get this a little organized if possible. So very first thing that I have is my groceries. Like I said, me and my husband, because he is a real estate agent, he doesn't always get paid on the same schedule that I do, so I tend to put a little extra. Now in my household, I can probably do $300 and it's fine. I've been working with $250, but I just noticed that when I do a little bit more, I might have a little bit of a cushion. I'm not having to rearrange some stuff. And again, he does reimburse because we do split everything here in our household. He does all the bills, I do the rent, and we both split groceries because we do it that way. He reimburses me, and I don't use up the whole 300 or 250, but it's just a little bit on a different schedule, I guess you'd say, when I'm able to put the money back. So for groceries, I'm gonna go ahead and put 300 this time around. That leaves us with the balance of 300 because it is the beginning of the month. We're going to start fresh. So we are going to do 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 50, okay, so I think this is 300. I like to separate it, which is weird, I know. I like to separate and have quite a few of each of them because then when we do the little grocery runs, the little in-betweens we have where we can pull, and it's not necessarily the big ones that we're cutting. I know I always feel that when I use all of my big bills up, the rest of it tends to go a little faster. So if I can use the smaller ones first, I'm more than happy to do that. So let's count, make sure that my math was right, that I was 300, because I'm 50-50 now. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Okay. So that's $300 gonna go in my groceries. She's a little heavier than, or bigger than. Okay. Try it one more time. There she goes. Seal that up. Oh, sorry, I'm knocking you guys around. Not my intention, I swear. So we're gonna put her away. My budget slip right behind her. I'm gonna put that off camera for now. So now, like I said, I have my tags coming up. It's due in May. We're just in January. I know, why are we worried about it now? But you know how tags sometimes can sneak up on you. So I would rather have it ready to go and have a little bit put away each paycheck so that I know that I have the money covered. So on my tags, we are going to put $50 today. So it's going to be today, like I said, is the 12th. Happy January. We're adding $50 is the balance. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I think I should have opened these. Okay. Okay. Side. Okay, very next thing, I have to do my pets. We have some doggies here in our household, and our doggies are very, very important to us. So we want to make sure that my babies have their food, have their vet bills taken care of, things like that. So this we're gonna put $40 in for the puppies. I'm gonna take it from tens. So 10, 20, 30, 40. We have a very, very nice veterinarian who I really like. She is amazing with the dogs, and it has that neighborhood vet feeling, if you know what I mean. She walks in, or you walk in, and you write your name in, but then the service is, who was here next? And that's kind of how she goes. She doesn't actually look at the list. It's, or by appointment is, okay, who is waiting next? And that's kind of how we go. So I actually really like her. I really appreciate her hard work. She's amazing with the dogs. So I couldn't ask for anything else. Next is beauty. I have little beauty things that I do. Obviously, I get my nails done, stuff like that. So I want to ensure that I have enough money in there for those purchases to maintain myself as a mom. So we are going to be doing 85 for my beauty. I can take it from here. Ooh, maybe I don't want to use all those. Yeah. Okay. I think I might now. Yeah, I don't want to use all the fives all at once. Again, this is my first year filming. If I am making boo-boos, I apologize. I'm just getting my head in the game here. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. I go to a very, very nice location to get my nails done. It's only, it's about $50 with my tip and everything that I pay. And I do have a little nail designs that get put on there. So it's not like I'm just skimping. They are very nice. They've been at the same location for quite some time. I absolutely like the gentleman that does my nails. He's very quiet, but he's really good. So I have to keep it up. Okay. So those are part of my needs. I also need, oh, I forgot. Gas. I actually already left my gas too in my checking account because I use Costco gas. I absolutely adore Costco gas, especially with what that happened the last couple of years with prices or whatnot. They were amazing. So I would definitely recommend get a Costco card if you can. But that's where I get my gas, and that's already in there, so it's not something that we're missing. Gas is already in there, guys. Okay. So one of the things that I was talking about earlier was this says food on it, and it's because it's for my eating out money. They didn't actually have a decal in the group that came in for eating out, but that's primarily because it was like $5-6 for the book. Like I said, it wasn't very expensive at all. So obviously certain things aren't going to be in there. Eating out wasn't on there. I have to look around and find some decals that I actually really like to be able to replace them. But at the moment, this is what I'm doing. So eating out, I'm doing $45 for eating out. And that this is bi-weekly. I don't really eat out. I don't actually eat out quite a bit. It's not something that I like to spend money on. I like to take my sorry, they're getting messy. I like to take my food to work. I have a very nice job that has the microwave and the fridge, and I can leave my items there for a couple of days if need be as I'm working. So it's really nice that you can kind of stock up at work. So I don't like to eat out unless I have had a ridiculously crazy day and I just feel like a treat that day, which usually ends up being like a coffee for my treat, or an energy drink. But yeah, I don't I don't like to put a lot of money for food. It's, again, my checks are bi-weekly, so $45 is more than enough for me for 2 weeks. Okay, so we're gonna do 10, 20, 30, 45. So $45 going to eat. I do want to find, if you ladies, gentlemen, anybody out there, if you guys happen to see a wallet, a budgeting wallet would be really, really nice for me, because I try to carry, I'm a spur of the moment kind of a person, and sometimes I forget to carry this book with me. I try to keep it in the habit of the regular ones to leave in my car, in my glove compartment, but that's not the smartest, obviously, that's not the smartest thing in the world to do. So I really need to get a budgeting wallet, something that would fit a little more comfortable in my purse, just because this guy tends to get a little bulky. But other than that, so far I think that's, I'm making a list as I go, my little hiccups, but we're gonna get there. So before we go into our savings, workshops or envelopes, I do want to put these guys in where they belong, because they're gonna drive me insane. I'm also going to start our savings challenge. Like I said, we're going to be doing the 100 envelopes. Again, because I get paid bi-weekly, I'm going to be doing 2 envelopes each time. You guys will see me if I have, because we do get bonuses at work. If I get a bonus check or whatnot, I will be doing a couple of more, just to kind of speed the process. Any leftover rollover money that I happen to have is also going to be going to that, just to make sure, there we go, just to make sure that we have everything in order, and that we get through these guys and we're able to put that money to good use as soon as possible. So very first thing is we're going to pull out 2 envelopes. I made these envelopes myself, ta-da, and only because I didn't want to pay for them. So I just kind of maneuvered a little bit. I already had these envelopes. Nobody sends letters out anymore. So I thought it would put them to good use. So I put these envelopes. I got them at, I want to say Walmart a long time ago. It could have been Target, but I'm pretty sure it was Walmart. And I just snipped these little guys in half. I did leave one, so he's going to be my divide. Anything that gets filled up is going to go behind him as we go. The idea is once they start getting really hefty fat, they're going to rotate this way. But for now, this is where we're at. So we're going to do 25 on this guy. 25. You guys have no idea how amazingly blessed I feel that I'm actually able to do this saving challenge, because I have a very, very good job now where I'm able to save quite a bit here and there, whereas my previous job didn't do the same. And it was, I mean, with the pandemic and everything else, my hours were quite reduced here and there, and it made it quite hard. This one's 63, to be able to save. So this is just, for me, it is a blessing to be able to put any money away. Okay, 3. 20, 40, 50, 60, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Not the best. There we go. All right. We're getting some beat up dollar bills in there, but they're going to good use. That's all that matters. Okay. So like I said, these 2 little guys are going to go right behind this guy. Oh, I'll put him sideways. He's going to be our divide, and then that way we know which envelopes we use, which ones we haven't. It isn't the best way to do it, but it's not the worst, and that's what we like. We save some money doing it. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and do our sinking funds, I guess they would be, sort of. I'm not really sure how I would call them. They're just my extra savings, things that I want to put away that I need, things like that. They're not necessarily my needs. They are more of my wants, my dreams, my hopes. That's what we're putting in this other envelope. So first thing we're going to start off with is, I think I have it marked as entertainment again. I didn't have, there we go. I didn't have a lot of these little guys. So entertainment is actually going to be for date night. Me and my husband have been together for 12 years. And I think that one of the most important things that we need to do is make sure that we have date nights. Just me and him. I think that's a really, really important aspect, especially once you've been in a relationship for quite some time. It's important that you have alone time with your significant other. So that's what we're doing. We're going to put $40 for date night. Oh, I didn't count it. How dare I? 20, 40. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we're putting it as entertainment, but we all know it's date night. And date nights is one of those things too. We actually split. So that way we're both having fun. We're not just, one's not just paying for it. It's both of us together. Other one is birthdays. Again, we have collectively 6 kids. So birthdays tend to come around quite often, which is odd with, you would think I would get something for a birthday, but no. Our little ones get birthdays. So it's our little ones, it's our parents, it's our, good gracious, yeah. So I'm going to put $25 aside, 25 for birthdays. And the funny thing with our birthdays is they tend to be almost collectively together. We don't have any for a couple months, and then we have 3 in a row, and then nothing for a couple months, and then, so yeah, it's important that we separate. Next little guy is going to be clothing, and that is for me. I happen to work in a very, very nice store where it's a Western store, and we dress Western there. And we have very, very gorgeous items. So shopping is something that definitely needs to be under control. It has to be something, okay, 10, 20, 30, 40 that I try to balance out. So I know I'm going to see something that I'm going to love, being that I work at a store. So I just want to make sure that I have it separated. I have it put away. And I'm being responsible. Next one is gifts. I want to make sure that gift giving, we separate some money. Obviously, I think gifts and holidays for me kind of fall in the same category because when I think holidays, I think of Christmas. So obviously, for me, gifts and holidays are going to be one and the same because Christmas already passed. I'm not going to be putting a whole bunch each paycheck. I think if I can start some a little bit here and a little bit there and then kind of move on as we go. So it's going to be 25 for gifts. So 10, 25. Also gifts. Me and my husband stay in a smaller circle. We don't have a lot of things that we do with friends. So gifts isn't something that we're having to drain our bank account for, which is always a plus, I think. But it's something that has to be taken care of because you just never know what's going to happen, who's going to have a baby, things like that. Next, we're going to do, again, I don't have the sticker for it, but it's going to be medical. For all of our medical needs. I think it's important as we are getting older that we just put some money aside because we tend to go to the doctor a little bit more often nowadays. I happen to be quite clumsy. So going to the doctor, going to the chiropractor, our backs, things like that, that's very important. So I'm going to start with $40 for medical. So here, we're actually going to pull it from here. I'm thinking So 10, 20, 30, 40 for medical. And if you guys see that maybe there's something I'm not saving for, that maybe I'm overlooking, or that maybe you're like, hey, that was smart, that was a good idea, I don't mind. Hit me up, let me know, throw me a lifeline, and just say, hey, maybe you should add this guy, or how about we do this. I'm totally open for that. Next one we're going to do is our savings. Savings is going to get $50, and you might think it's weird, and let me know if it is, only because I have a separate for savings than I do for emergencies. And in my head they kind of fall into two separate categories, but let me know what you think. Okay, so it's gonna be 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I think savings, I eventually want to get it into a fast yielding savings account, or as emergency, I think has to be emergencies. Some boo-boo happened and now we have to take care of it. So last two things that I have, I don't have enough of the budget sheets, unfortunately, for them. So I'm going to be doing this with a sheet of paper. First we're going to be doing is emergencies. And again, I didn't have the sheet or the sticker for it. I know it's all over the place. So we're doing miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is kind of emergencies, I guess. It's 50-50, but we're going to do $55. 50-50. It's going to be $55. So balance 55. Okay. 40, 45, 50, 55. Okay. So 20, 40, 45, 50, 55 for emergencies. And then you might see videos here and there a little often on these, and it's going to be not so much the checks, but it might be, well, I don't know. It might be the grocery extras that my husband gives me, or I might just hold off on it. I haven't decided yet. Again, I'm 50-50. That's my Athena. If you can hear her, she is very vocal. Sweetheart, very vocal. Okay, the last one is going to be vacation. Me and my husband like to try and take 2 vacations a year at least. One with the family, one by ourselves. So vacation should get 101. And let's see if I did my math right. Again, this is my first video, so let's see. 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I did my math completely wrong. I have $104. Okay. How did I bibble that? Okay. So it's $104 that we're putting in here, which is fine. I would rather take a bigger vacation. Again, I did run out of the budget slips. I need to get some more. This is, again, my first time doing this, so please forgive me. I'm ill prepared. Okay, balance is 104. Okay, so we now have our budgets done for the month, or for the next 2 weeks. Not the month, the next 2 weeks. We have our budgets done for the next 2 weeks. We've already started our envelope challenge. I do have some coins that I had already started, and we will be filling them up as we go with this challenge. But that is it. Let me know what you guys think, if you have any changes for me or whatnot. I really, really appreciate you guys being here again for me. And again, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you. Goodbye.